Today is the 22nd of May, and we're going to have a tour of the Federation Tower with students of Delft University from the Netherlands who were invited to Moscow by Turner. You can enjoy a wonderful tour in English, presented specially for you by our guide Natasha. First of all, we'll go up to the 4th floor, get the hard hats, and then go to the 67th floor of Tower East. Stay with us in the flow.
Please take a hard ticket. We're going to go up the construction level on the Tower East. It's the biggest tower. Here you can see. So going to have 93 floors, but now we're going to go up 67th floor, which is now being constructed. So we're going to use the hoist to go up there, the hoist that usually workers use. And we will go up 57th floor, and then by foot we will go up 67th. Be careful because it's rather dusty and muddy there, so don't be careful with your suits. So you have signed in the logbook, it's a safety logbook, that you have conducted a training, safety training, so you should know that you shouldn't come to the edge of the slab more than for 3 meters. And if you want to go somewhere off the group, just please tell us about that.
И обязательно нужно носить каски.
And you should wear helmets all the time.
Do you know when they start working on this construction site? Because all the buildings are very new, so in what time did they raise all structures here? Do you know that?
Well, I know that it's around the beginning of year 2000.
Yeah, right.
2000 to 2005, I'm not sure really, but we should all fit here.
Yeah. We will.
We are now waiting for a guy from Turner. He is waiting for the hoist to lift him up.
Right. Okay. Is there still damage visible from the fire?
You can see up there this damaged reinforcement.
Yeah. But
Some
no,
reverse.
the lower levels were not damaged.
No, only this one. And they almost have finished all demolition works.
Oh, okay.
So you can see only up there some columns that will be removed, but the slab is already removed.
No, there were layers. Were the layers up here that also?
Yes, there was a slab, and it was all wavy because of the fire, and it is removed now. I will tell you a few words about what's going on up here. So as you know, the principal concept of the construction of this tower is central core. And inside this central core are situated all communication lines, like elevators, electrical power lines, water pumps, and so on.
Он, кстати говоря, видите, как стройка.
So you can see how the construction is being made. Except for central core, also there are columns along the perimeter of the central core. There are 25 columns.
Внизу колонны очень широкие, мощные. Чем выше башни, тем они уже.
At the bottom, the columns are very big, but to the upper levels, they are smaller. So later we will go to Tower West, which is finished, and if you would like that, we will go up to the floor, which doesn't have which wasn't made fit out works, but it is only in concrete. So you can see what it's going to be, like the concreted floor. Due to this construction concept called central core, every level is isolated. So if you have some accidents like fires, the floor is isolated and it won't come down other floors. And moreover, you can go down the lowest level of the tower if you are inside the central core. So if there is a fire accident and you are inside central core for 4 hours, there is not going to happen anything with you, because it doesn't, you won't feel the heat or something else for 4 hours. So it's due to this construction concept, but also due to a special class of concrete that we use here. It's a class called B90.
Для сравнения, не знаю, вы знаете, что такое B90, не знаете?
Do you know this class of concrete? Yes.
Просто обычно приводим сравнение. Большинство домов в Москве, они построены давно. Это панельные дома пятиэтажные, и они построены бетоном марки B30.
So you can feel the difference if you compare them to buildings in Moscow, rather old buildings which were built with panels, concrete panels of concrete class B30. Our Federation Tower was mentioned several times in the Guinness Book, including our foundation slab, which is the biggest foundation slab in the world. So it's 12,000 cubic meters of concrete, our foundation slab. So, but that's slab only under Tower West. Under Tower East is even more, foundation slab is even more, it's 14,000 cubic meters. But it wasn't mentioned in the Guinness Book because...
Мы заливали фундамент зимой, заливали трое суток, заливали непрерывно, приезжали специалисты к ней рекордов Гиннесса, все замеряли, все отлично. Рекорд пошли там утверждать. Но процедура согласования рекорда длинная, и там это было несколько месяцев. И в это время мы заливали под башню Восток. И они сказали нам о том, что еще мой рекорд башни один не утвердили, поэтому нет смысла перебивать его, все равно мировой, следующим рекордом. Поэтому по факту у нас только один рекорд башни Запада.
This Guinness Book, when foundation slab of the Tower East was built, representatives of Guinness Book have been here, they've been watching, they've been taking measurements, and they were recording everything to then mention us in the Guinness Book. But this process is rather long to make this record. That's why they didn't have time to come here when we've been building foundation slab of Tower East. That's why they were just not here to record it. You know that recently we had a fire accident here, but despite of this there are almost no damages to the tower. Only formwork, timber formwork was burned. So one day before the fire accident, a day of fire accident, we have been pouring here on this floor, we've been pouring a slab. And because the concrete didn't have enough time to set, it was also damaged severely by the fire. So that's why during this month we have demolition works going on here, and you can hear the hammer that is battering the concrete. There's only one small section left that is going to be removed, and simultaneously with that we have construction works going on here, and soon they are going to be pouring these columns. All the construction works and demolition works are being filmed on camera, and then these videos are being posted in YouTube, so you can see it all in the internet, in the same stream where you will see your video with this tour. You can see also other videos of the construction, you can see the equipment and everything that is going on here. Yes, almost always. Он спрашивает, это все время снимается, есть здесь какая-то камера, которая стоит здесь?
Есть несколько камер на кранах, но у нас ходят специально обученные операторы, которые снимают именно то, что нужно. То есть, которые снимают именно строительный процесс и общаются с специалистами, и они поясняют, что здесь происходит.
So we have a few cameras that are always regularly working here on this level, but also we have a team of cameramen who are always filming.
So you mentioned that the foundation is the largest in the world, right?
In the world. Ты сказал, что фундаментная плита самая большая в мире.
Да.
Yes,
But this building is by far not the largest.
Но само здание не самое большое.
Does it say something about the efficiency, or is there some kind of special soil conditions?
Почему это понадобилось? Из-за особенностей почвы или для того, чтобы лучше работала башня?
Вы знаете, что самая высокая башня находится она в Дубае, называется она Бурдж-Халифа, 828 метров высота.
So you know that the largest, highest building in the world is situated in Dubai, Burj Khalifa. It's 820 meters high.
28.
882?
828.
828 meters high. It's very easy there because the weather conditions are good, they have a lot of money, and their soil is stony. So it's really it's easy to build buildings when you have stony soil.
Но в Москве есть немного другая история.
The soil is muddy. We have a river near here, so the conditions are worse.
И поэтому, скажем так, постройка Москва-Сити именно в этом месте не была инженерной идеей. Это была идея правителей города, которые решили построить здесь международный центр.
So the very idea to build this business complex here wasn't made by architects who made the surveys and so on, but it was made by the government. So it's 2 kilometers till White House and 4 kilometers till Kremlin. The position of this business complex is very convenient. It's almost very near to the center, and it makes communication easier between different working centers. So there has been set a challenge before architect and designer to build towers here. That's why we have this large foundation slab. But despite the fact that we have the largest foundation slab, it's also combined. We also have a pile field. There are a lot of piles that go down the ground for deep, 20, 30, 40 meters deep. They have different cross section, different diameter, different measure.
You mentioned that the columns around are also structural. I assume they also work for the stability of the building. Do you know what percentage of it goes to the columns and what percentage goes to the core?
Колонны по периметру, они тоже несут нагрузку, и какую, ты знаешь, в процентах?
Я точно не знаю, можно спросить у представителя компании Тёр, но я думаю, у него больше соображений на этот счет.
So we're not sure about that. We will ask a guy who is going to tell you later.
Но я могу вам абсолютно точно сказать, что башня была рассчитана на динамическое разрушение.
So this tower was built taking into consideration the destruction. Even if two columns standing next to each other are going to be destroyed.
Башня сохраняет равновесие, она ни в коем случае не заваливается, она сохраняет равновесие.
So there's still the balance in the tower. There is going to be a distribution of pressure between other constructions of the tower.
И еще очень большую роль в этой ситуации несут аутриггерные этажи.
And also here are outrigger floors, which are really important for this.
That's what I meant.
We have already seen this outrigger floor. There are steel structures, huge steel structures, and we will come through it once again and talk about it. The same quantity in Tower East and Tower West, but two more in Tower East. So we also broke one record here. Another one record in the Guinness Book. So here on the Tower West are the highest and largest clocks. Electronic clocks. They are 20 meters wide
И 12 метров в высоту.
and 12 meters high. So you can see it from a Red Square, and when you are there, you can watch the direction of Moscow City and see these clocks. So you see flying machine. Another record, it's the highest restaurant in the world.
In Europe.
In Europe. Situated on the highest floor of Tower West. The restaurant is on the 62nd floor, and just under it there is a swimming pool. And in this fitness center there is a highest in Europe swimming pool.
Is the swimming pool also for the stability of the building?
Бассейн, no.
Не, бассейн это, ну скажем так, для престижа, для красоты, он сделан именно для эстетического удовольствия.
So it's for aesthetic purposes. It was a really difficult challenge for engineers to build this swimming pool on such high level.
East. And this is Tower West. Yeah. This is 61 first floor. Here it is the swimming pool. This is central core. And swimming pool is situated here.
Yeah.
You are right. That is very difficult engineering
Solution.
solution to make. Ну, короче, давай, хорошо. Помимо того, что это бассейн, в нем большое количество воды.
So, despite that there is a swimming pool structure, there is also a lot of amount of water in it.
И получается, что если мы проведем оси, да, то, грубо говоря, но вы понимаете,
So
башня,
the load is not on the.
разрисовка нарушается.
So if you do the axis here, you will see that there is a lot of load on this section.
Именно благодаря этому у нас бассейн был построен по своей уникальной технологии. То есть, если очень грубо говорить, что такое бассейн? Это бетонная корыта, да, бетонная ванна, в котором налито много воды. Это если очень грубо, примитивно.
To tell you simple, the swimming pool is a concrete basin, huge concrete basin,
С большим количеством воды.
with a huge amount of water.
Это все бассейны во всем мире, везде, ну, на первом этаже, на втором
So
этаже.
that's typical for all the swimming pools which are situated on the lower floors.
Так как у нас он на 61 этаже, то мы не могли себе позволить такую огромную нагрузку.
So the thing is that it's on the 61st floor and the load is very huge and it was very difficult.
Поэтому у нас, в чем суть? У нас очень тонкая металлическая вот эта корыта, в котором налита вода.
So we have done the following thing. This basin is not concrete, but it's steel, very thin steel.
И здесь была тоже сложнейшая инженерная задача сделать так, чтобы в швах из давления воды не было, не разрушались они.
So and it was very challenging to do the joints that won't be destroyed by water.
И плюс к этому, вы все знаете, что любой объект, он колеблется, имеет свою частоту колебаний, собственно.
Moreover, you know that every tower have some building.
Every building.
Every building has some
Bridges,
inclination
towers,
level,
houses,
some vibration to the top.
И могла возникнуть ситуация, когда вода просто раскачает башню, будет переливаться и так далее.
So there might be the situation when the water will go from.
И поэтому это корыто, оно расположено на специальных пружинах, грубо говоря, да, которые гасят колебания. То есть оно не вшито в башню, а оно на специальных устройствах, которые компенсируют колебания, вода не раскачивается.
So that's why this steel basin is situated on a special structure that makes that lowers the angle of vibration. Yes, of vibration. And here is the guy from Turner who is going to tell us something about the construction site. His name is Barish.
I just tell guys a few words about information of Federation Tower.
Yeah.
Just this is Tower West, that is Tower East, and so on.
This is Tower East actually.
И поэтому ему сейчас они ждут, что все, что он расскажет.
Okay. So all of you are civil engineers, are you?
Yeah.
All right, good. So how many years left for your education? Finished. Graduate? 1 year? Okay. This will be a good chance for you to work in future. Turner Construction, Turner International, we are doing the construction management of this project, Federation Towers. And this is around a 400,000 square meter big jumbo size project. We have every trades of work in this project. Lots of international contractors, Italians, Chinese, Turks, and it's a big challenge for management of this type of project. We are in Russia. Working in Russia is another issue. Different language problems, coordination problems, whatever you can imagine is in this project. But overall, this is a good chance. This is a world-size project and a great chance for you guys in future to see this type of project. Is a good opportunity for you to know how you can work in a jumbo-size project in a good, organized manner. This project has another 25 stories to finish, and that will be the biggest, tallest tower in Europe, hopefully. We have around 2 years to go to finish this project in 2014. Hopefully we will finish it, and we will have the pride to say that we have been here, we had our fingerprint on this project, and maybe our children in future will come and say, look, our dad and grandfathers were working in this project. Okay? So if you have any questions, ask us. As I said, Turner Construction will be managing many high-rise buildings in the world. starting from Burj Dubai to Taipei 101 to Bitexco Tower in Saigon, Vietnam. Many high-rise buildings in the world, and this is one of the additional projects that we can add to Turner's history. Turner was built in 1902. They started their journey in construction. It's 110 years now in construction industry, and we are proud to be in this project, and we will continue and finish this tower hopefully. Okay, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. And
Are you on schedule?
yes, well, we had been master schedules. Now we had an unfortunate fire in this building, so it delayed a bit our project schedule. But now we have a revised schedule, and we are more or less on the target base. This wall should be poured yesterday. We have 1 day delayed. Today we are planning to pour this wall, and more or less now we are on time, I may say so.
Alright. What is the total construction time of this entire tower?
I said in 2014 we are planning to finish this.
And when did you start?
Well, in 2006, 2007. Yeah. And we had this financial crisis, as you know. It was around 1 year delay, and after that we commenced back to the project. So yes, now we are on time with the revised schedule.
All right.
May I say so.
May I ask you what was the reason of the fire that happened a month ago?
Well, you may ask this. Well, it's a complicated question. I'm not the authority to answer this, but there are lots of different opinions. But there's a fire report from the authorities. It's given to us in Russian. We are translating it, and we will see it. But probably it's because of a projector. It was in winter time, and they were heating the slab, and it was a projector leaning to a plastic tent, and it happened. It happens in construction industry. Anything can happen. As long as you take the precautions, you are on the safe side. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. All right. What is your plan today then? What's the plan?
First we're gonna visit this tower, and then hopefully the west one.
Okay.
Afterwards we're going with Arab to the capital city towers.
Oh
and,
yeah, these two twin towers, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And another one. So
good.
very interesting building actually.
Yeah. Well, Tower West will be better for you to visit because you don't have this dust and
It's very interesting to see the
you
construction.
don't look like the construction site.
Barish,
You're an office man.
there was also a question about the load that columns are bearing. Do you know in the percentage how much loads
Well,
do they take?
this building, I mean, every floor you have around 2,045 cubic meters of concrete, and we have 23 floors to go. So it's a lot of. We have, by the way, 2 outrigger levels. Outrigger levels, you know what that means? Outrigger.
Yeah, we've taught something
composite elements. 2 technical floors, one on 32, 47, and this one 60, 65. Composite structure. So we have to ask this question to structural designers, but it's lots of load. You can calculate it by the cubic meters of concrete plus the steel on it and facade itself.
And the columns. They were interested in columns. Do you think they?
Let's ask to TT. Well,
So difficult information,
because
top secret.
the design is always different. Architectural design, the top. Are we going to lift the building up or not? I mean, we are talking about adding a couple of floors on it. So
Do the columns and the core become more slender towards the top?
yeah, they are going to become smaller after level 86.
Yeah.
This core will be reduced in dimension, and columns also will be reduced in dimension.
Okay.
So we'll have a more simple structure after level 86.
Okay, do you also get rid of some columns? For example, some only go up to the 68th floor, some go to the top?
Well, this is another issue. I mean, after level 86, there may be some design changes,
Okay.
but for the time being, there are some reduced in the number of columns, but we may keep the same as well. So it depends on what we will do after level 86.
And the towers stay straight up to the top?
No, it's reducing in the slab area.
side
It's also reducing.
Okay.
They are also reducing till the top level. If you go on Tower West, you will see a pool there, level 61, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
You will see there, and you will see the size of slabs. They are becoming less and less in dimension, and you can feel it. And from outside, if you saw, the facade is coming smaller and smaller on the top.
Okay.
So it's reducing in dimension.
And the spiral, is it connected to this tower or is it standing?
They are both connected to both towers. This the mast. If you are talking about the mast between, So they are all connected to both towers. There will be 3 bridges. For the time being is 3. And that will be connected on the technical floors to both towers.
Oh, so also
So that-
structurally.
So that we can pass from this tower to that tower on the technical floors.
Yeah.
And it's also structurally keeping the mast in a rigid way.
Yeah.
Because it's a 504 meters tall structure standing alone. I mean, just a pipe.
Yeah.
You see? If you have any structural questions, we may contact with TTG. This is the structural designer of this project, and we may ask any complicated or detailed questions to them. So it can be, they can answer you in a better way than
What's
I can.
your specific function?
By construction manager, by me personally, I'm the construction manager of Turner International, and Turner International's position is the construction management of this project.
Yeah, right. And how do your daily activities look like? What you do from...
Daily activity is to go up and down 60, 64, 65 floors every day. This is the daily activity. You have lots of trades working at the same time, so you have to control everything at the same time. And we have limited staff on this project. We have a couple of people only. So in order to see everything at the same time, you have to be every floor.
So you're trained very well.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to run, jogging, weekends, in Moscow River is good nowadays. You are lucky that this weather is excellent today.
You're the manager. How many people work on this project?
Well, how many people working on this project? Well, for the time being, we have concrete trade, fit-out works. Overall, you may say around 300, 350, but on the tops, when we had the peak, well, it was in 2007, 2008, only the concrete works, for concrete works, we had 600 people, only for concrete only, 600. So you would say that more than 1,000 people were working on the peak, okay, when it was the maximum production. So it's a major project.
And on the floor, at this moment, in this tower?
Well, this floor is, you would say, around 100, 110 people working for concrete works only, but we will increase this number once we go into the sequence of pouring. Yeah? So we need to increase this number. It was one of the issues discussed yesterday, actually. We will increase this number.
Because
the safety record?
The safety record for the project?
Well, safety-wise, we are doing our best. As you can see, all edge protection is installed right now. Openings are closed. We had a couple of accidents on this project, but considering the size of the project, this is like thousands of people working in this project. There may be accidents, but for the time being, after the crisis and beginning of the refunding, we are in control. We don't have any problems with any incidents, and I hope there won't be any, fingers crossed, there won't be any problems.
During the winter, what measures do you take? Because it can be cold.
Yeah, excellent question. Well, winter is very challenging in Russia. Well, we have minus 30 degrees and we have to pour concrete. You can't stop. It's 6-7 months of winter. If you stop 7 months, you will never finish this project. It will be Egyptian pyramids. So the precautions are taken for concrete is heating the concrete. Below, 3 floors below the slab that you are pouring, we are heating concrete and closing enclosures of plastic tents around and to the top. Like you can imagine like a cocoon, okay? They're like looking after the concrete like a baby. Wrapping it and heating it and pouring it. After pouring, still heating it. and 5-6 days after pouring, you are removing all this heating and it's done. So also cost-wise, winter pouring is affecting the cost as well. It's increasing the cost around 15-20%. But you have to do it because there's no other chance. It's Moscow, it's Russia. Have you been in Moscow or Russia in winter? I don't know. No? It's terrible. It's terrible. You won't be staying here this day, I assure you.
How many days are lost due to weather, like wind problems or rain?
There's also another good question. You won't believe that, but in harsh winter conditions, we put here around 4,500 cubes a month.
Okay.
So we used to work with the China State Construction. It was our contractor for the concrete frame. They achieved very good numbers, around 5,000 cubes a month, and in winter conditions. So if you look after concrete and do whatever is needed on time, you won't have any problems. We used to pour like 4 floors a month, which is a good number compared to the work. It's a good number. 4 floors a month, and each floor is around 2,400 square meters. It's like 10,000 square meters of concrete you are building in 1 month. It's a good number. So it's all about looking after the job, good contractors, good technical staff, and you will achieve what you target, and which is the reason that we are here for. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
There are no big problems with wind.
Well, these are for that. This is windscreen.
Okay. So, but the crane, because the load's unguided.
Yes. But
So-
crane-wise, if you are asking only the cranes, they stop. After a certain wind speed, they stop. You don't allow the cranes to work after a certain wind speed.
Okay.
But works are still continuing on the floor because we have all this wind speed.
Name again?
Barış.
Buddy. I have to make a report of this day.
Where are you originally from Russia?
We're going down.
What kind of shifts are you working here?
2 shifts, day and night.
2 shifts.
Yeah, day and night.
2 8-hour shifts or?
8 hours. If people they would like to do extra hours, they work another 2 hours.
Okay, so
8 plus 8 plus 2 and 2 extra.
okay.
To us, and they passed us. Well, no, in the very beginning we were like 60 floors ahead of them, and after the crisis they passed us.
Oh, you had to stop during the crisis.
Yes. They could continue. But we don't have any competition. Friends.
Okay, because the Petronas Towers, it was done by different companies.
It was one project. This is also one project. This is a different.
Yeah, different project.
But they are friends.
Okay, so good relation.
Good relation, always. But if you saw pictures of these structures when it was built, we have jumbo-sized steel structures, steel columns and cross braces here, as you can see, and it's all reinforced. After it's put, assembled, it is poured around. So structurally, it was, well, logistically it was a big challenge, I would say, because steel was manufactured somewhere in Europe, which is Luxembourg, and they brought it here, they assembled the structural elements here, and we brought them on site, lifted up 60 floors from the ground level, and put one by one, piece by piece, and bolted them together. Connections, okay? There is no welding in the structural steel. They are all bolted, and the tonnage, the overall mass of the steel structure is more than 3,000 tons, if you can see around. One steel column was maximum tonnage of one steel column was around 20 tons. So that's why we brought this one of the tower cranes in the platform. And this tower crane is working on a diesel engine, okay? So, I mean, that was logistically it was a big challenge. Installation-wise, China State Construction, they did the steel structure assembly on site and concrete works as well. That was also done in 2 months, excluding the concrete works. So it was a fast construction, I would say. I was happy with the progress of the contractor and the way that we could coordinate all trades of work. So if you have any questions, just ask me. This is a technical floor. We'll have all these mechanical equipments here, air handling units and all this stuff. Maybe 5 points, 5 times, all this. So this was the third technical floor. We have another technical floor on level 86, and that will be the finishing of technical floors. So facade will be here, will be louvers. Maybe you can see on, no, not that one, but below level 47, they also have the facade in louvers. It's not normal facade panels, they are just louvers, like grills, okay, to have the air incoming and outgoing inside the technical floor, maintaining the air. So if you have any other questions, just ask me. That's it basically.
What's the average floor height, the floor level height?
Floor level height is double floors here. As you can see, this mezzanine slab. It's 360 plus 360. It's around 7 meter and more, 720 you would say.
But the normal floors are 360.
360.
And the floor slab is how thick?
Thickness of the one floor,
yeah.
one slab is 25 centimeters.
Okay, so you're still quite a high.
Yeah. It's double height floor. And you have all this double height floor in each technical floor. If you go down to 47, you will see the same height.
And is the floor slab thicker at the installation floor because of
yes. It's reinforced. Slab is extra reinforced.
Okay.
Because you have heavy equipment here. All this mechanical equipment, all this. But what you've seen here, this is not a part of our figures. It's just metal mezzanine slab structure.
Temporary.
Yes, and to have the facade panels hanging on it.
Okay.
So obviously we have double height here. You can't have the facade panels installed because there is no place to fix the panels.
Okay.
So we install this and fix the facade panels and the other floor and go up typically.
You made some protection for the other buildings to see nice green sheets.
Oh yeah.
You see all plants and.
Yes. This is just view. You
so
see,
that,
and from outside it looks disgusting if you don't have this.
So they have a nice.
Nice view. Nice view. Did you see the eyes? We have eyes there. Good.
Why are the rebars sticking out of the concrete?
Well, it's not structural rebar. It's just the formwork fixing.
Okay.
So this side we have the formwork, this side we have the formwork, just tied to each other. Just we have to cut them. Okay, it's nothing structural. Okay.
On the not the top floor, but the one below, I saw a concrete wall, and a lot of the concrete was falling off. Was that like?
Where was it?
Just the floor below the top, just one stairs down.
But here?
Yeah, and then the wall over there, it was like a lot of concrete that came off.
Ah, okay. Well, all right.
You
you mean the wall on the center of the floor?
Yes,
yeah?
indeed.
Okay. So that was due to we had here an experiment, you would say. Okay. That was a slip form.
All right.
Slip form system. Yeah. We want to use slip forming here. Okay. Client wanted. And concrete grade which we are pouring is B60.
B60.
Okay, to the central floor. So for slip forming, if you know slip forming, it's a non-stop working. You need to have, without any stopping, you need to build like silos, cement silos. You can build it with a slip form. But unfortunately here, that wasn't the case. And concrete stick to the surface of slip form because concrete grade, as I said, it was B60. Dehydration was very quick. and that's why concrete surface stick to the slip-form surface. And this is the places which you have seen. That will be all repaired. We have our structural consultants, concrete consultants. They have their they prepare technical solutions to that, and they will be all repaired, which you have seen.
Okay.
It's because
But
that
happened on every floor.
No, this is after level 63. If you see here, there is nothing like that.
Okay.
And below levels, they are all the same. So let's build properly. But a couple of floors which you have seen, this is due to that. But we have structural solutions to that, and that will be repaired everywhere. So yeah, you are right.
What sort of method did you use to determine the maturity of the concrete when you were moving the slip form?
Concrete, you mean the mixed design?
Maturity method or
Curing?
curing?
Well, this was the biggest problem actually. Before bringing this slip form, there wasn't, I would say, enough not studies, but the way that slip form was prepared, which is not suitable for this project, could be understood beforehand. But this was done to see if we could build very fast, super fast, okay? But concrete studies, that was partially done, but wasn't enough to keep up the time. So when we were pouring the slip form concrete, the results of that wasn't really known, and that's why we had a couple of problems, not too many, but a couple of problems in the central core. But the concrete acceptance and laboratory tests like the cone test results and cube strength test results, they are all being done in clients' technical consultants, concrete consultants laboratories. So we have all these cube test results for the concrete and cone slump test results, and all these aggregates, they are all being tested, and they are all being reported to client in a regular basis. Okay? So basically that's it. What else? Do you have anything to ask?
Is it ordinary steel or is it high strength steel?
Bolts, they are also high strength bolts. Steel grade is very high. I will try to look at my historical, I can say you the grade afterwards. But steel and bolted connections, they are high strength bolts. They are not ordinary bolts, and there is no welding, all bolted connections.
About B60. So I heard also something about B90.
B90, yes. Before till this technical demo, we used to call B90. And
okay.
Also these cross braces and this slab which you see here, they are also all B90 which you saw here.
Okay.
After level 63, 64, we started to use B60. Now this floor.
Money,
yeah. No. Just to reduce the concrete strength, we are now already we reached level 65. We
don't
only
need it
25 floors to build, so we don't need to go B90 all the way up. And it's a very high strength concrete. It's dehydration, as I said, it's very quick, and you don't need to use it. Looking after B90 is harder. So switch to B60 and finish the building with B60.
It's also a special quality control, because at high concrete qualities, quality control becomes more important.
Yes. In some places in the core, we also use the self-compacting concrete, self-leveling. Okay? So self-leveling concrete, also slump testing is different. You do the cone test, but you don't measure the height of it. You measure the diameter of the concrete. So self-leveling is just setting in its place, like liquid, very liquid. So yes, there are different methods of checking quality of concrete as well, and we are looking after that.
And for example, the construction time of this floor, how much longer is than an average floor? Because it's really complex.
Yeah, including the structural steel installation, if I'm not mistaken, this technical floor we could complete around 2.5 months, if I'm not mistaken. But I have to look at my records as well because it was in 2008.
Okay.
So
A long time ago.
long time ago. So if I'm not mistaken, but we did a good progress on this technical floor. I was happy.
And compared with other towers, is this tower then left out the financial crisis that you had to stop? Is the progress very fast or?
It was extremely fast.
Okay.
I mean, as I said, it was 4 floors a month.
Yeah.
Well, you see the examples. You can ask them.
Yeah.
We will visit those high-rises as well. Compared to them, I think we did a very good job.
Okay.
And you can compare it yourself with this one and that one.
The amount of square meters per month, I will ask them.
Very good job. Okay. So onwards, upwards. You go Tower West. Yeah. Okay. All right then.
Let's go now.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So you're now totally on this project?
Yes.
Yes.
Last 5 years.
Last 5 years, every day. And you work for Turner, of course, especially in this city, or in a bigger region. What is your
challenges?
Total area?
Well, you mean what? Do you mean company-wise?
Yeah, no, not company-wise, but for your person itself.
Personally?
Yeah, personally.
Total area of?
Yeah, only Moscow, or maybe also
Moscow. Only Moscow. No, only Moscow. Yes, been here for 5 years. In the very beginning, language was a big problem because you don't know Russian, you can't live in Russia.
Yeah, right.
So you have to learn Russian. First, I tried to improve myself in this Russian language, and afterwards now feel more comfortable while walking on the street, talking to people, buying something from the market. It's more comfortable. But you're asking the area of?
Yeah, of projects you work on. You're now here in Moscow.
Personally, in this project only this one in Moscow. Yeah, this one.
And after this project, what do you think?
Depends. Always ready for any new job.
Yeah, right. So, new challenge, new experience.
Anywhere.
So now we're going to the entrance for the Tower West, and you will see how this entrance will look like in a year. This is entrance for only VIP persons who have apartments here and who want to visit restaurant or fitness center. So everyone who wants to come up upper than 49th floor, they come from this entrance, they park their cars here because that's parking lot only for VIP. So now we're going to enter, we're going up to the 35th floor where there is a huge model of the tower and tell you a few things about it. And also projects that are now being built.
Это башня Федерация, Мирекс Плаза и завод имени Казакова.
There's a Federation Towers project, Mirex Plaza and Казакова plant.
И все остальные проекты, выполненные на противоположной стороне, это все проекты, которые уже построены.
All other projects over there, they are all already built. So when the construction is going to be finished, there's going to be 86 elevators in all the towers. In office part of the building till 46th floor, there are office elevators, so their speed is 6 meters per second. And these elevators are twin. In one shaft there are 2 elevators that go independently. So these elevators work independently from each other, and one car can go up, another car can go down, and they will never collide. So why do we need this spire?
Вам уже сказали, что в нем будет переходы между 3 перехода между двумя башнями.
It was mentioned before that there are going to be bridges between 2 towers.
Ну и плюс к этому вы видите, что шпиль соединяется на 89-м этаже с башней Запад.
And you also can see here that on the 89th floor, the spire is connected to the tower with the bridge. In the spire there are going to be 3 glass elevators. Till 46th floor the spire is built from concrete, upper it's from glass. These elevators are also transparent, and when you go up 46th floor you can see a great view of Moscow because everything is transparent. So we will go to have a ride in the elevators, and then we will go up 39th floor where we will tell you about different sites in Moscow that I've seen from our tower and about towers around our project.
Just a few words.
And voila.
There is another car that is moving under us, and we were lucky we can see it. No. Don't go out.
Okay, sorry. It's very beautiful view.
Yeah. That's why only one.
Yeah, here is this cabin. Doors are sold, and the owners decide themselves what to do with them. So now think about when you will have this viewing point on the 89th floor. You can see a very beautiful view of Moscow. To the right you can see a bridge, a blue-white bridge.
Он называется торгово-пешеходный мост Багратион.
It's called pedestrian bridge Bagration. And at the end of it you can see a tower called Tower 2000. Each tower has its own proprietor. To the left, this tower of green glass, called Imperial Tower.
Строила компания «Стройгаз».
It was built by Stroygas company. Complex is called Tower of Capitals.
Слева башня Москва, справа башня Санкт-Петербург.
To the right, St. Petersburg. To the left is Moscow. To your right is a tower called Tower on Embankment.
Строила ее компания «Энка», это турки.
It was built by a company called Enka from Turkey.
Состоит из 3 башен. А, Б, С. Башня А самая маленькая, башня С самая большая, и башня Б средняя, мы ее не видим.
So it consists of 3 towers. Tower A is the smallest one, Tower C is the highest one, and from here we cannot see Tower B. It's like the average.
Question: are all apartments sold or rented?
Все ли проданы апартаменты?
Здесь не все, здесь в Питере все, в Москве не все.
So in this tower, not all apartments are здесь все или не все? Not all apartments are sold. In St. Petersburg Tower, all apartments are sold, and in Moscow Tower, not all.
I also have a question. What was here all around before it started?
Что здесь было до того, как началось строительство на этой территории? There was nothing here.
So you didn't have to demolish buildings?
No. There was no buildings.
Именно по этой причине решили, что будет строить.
Of the huge scale, at least.
Именно по этой причине, что решили, что вот там ткнули пальцем в карту и сказали, вот здесь пустырь, здесь построим. Но именно поэтому у вас был вопрос, почему здесь самый большой фундамент, но здание самое большое в мире. Сложно строить на этом грунте, и поэтому отдельная инженерная задача была построить именно такое большое количество небоскребов здесь, на этой территории.
So that's why it was decided to be this business complex here, because there was nothing here, here on the map, and that's why it's our foundation slab is so large, because it was difficult to build here. The soil wasn't good for that.
Do the foundations affect each other? These high towers.
Плиты, которые в основании, они друг друга не затрагивают никак? Вот эти?
Нет, у каждой башни свое. То есть у нашей башни свое, у каждой башни свое.
So each tower has its own foundation slab, and they do not touch.
Yeah, but the settlements of a foundation plate, doesn't it affect the other foundations? The settlements.
Но элементы, из которых строится эта фундаментная плита, они не задевают, другие никак друг на друга не оказывают никакого влияния?
Нет. Все участки разделены. Отдельный участок, отдельное здание, отдельный фундамент.
No, so as far as we know, there are no such problems.
You just mentioned the financial crisis. Is it also hard to find users for this building?
Что касается кризиса, сложно ли сдавать площади у нас здесь, найти им применение?
Скажем так, в связи с кризисом, понятное дело, что пострадали все, в частности, и больше всего девелоперы. Developer.
We have a lot of problems because of this crisis, especially development companies.
Но если другие компании, допустим, как Евразия, они вообще заморозили стройку.
So, and some companies, for example, the company that was building this tower, Eurasia, they have freezed their construction.
Мы не строили вверх.
We stopped the building to the higher floors.
Но сконцентрировались на отделке ввода в эксплуатацию уже существующих построенных этажей.
But we've been doing some works as far as fit-out works are concerned to commission some sections of complex. So all videos and photos that have been taken, they are all now in the internet. So now we will show you our internet channels. So we have a page on Facebook.
Публичная страница.
This publicly opened.
Где вы можете видеть все, что происходит в нашей компании каждый день, ежедневное совещание по бетону, ежедневная работа и в том числе специальные мероприятия, как сегодня.
There you can see everything that is going on in our company, all the meetings, regular meetings, all the works that are going on.
Также есть свой сайт, называется он potok8.com.
Also we have our site, it's called potok8.com.
Да, и здесь есть видео, разбитые по тематикам. Видео по бетону, видео по финансам, видео по продажам, видео по маркетингу, видео по гостям и так далее.
And there are also different videos which are sorted according to their topic, like financial, the meetings, concrete works, and
маркетинг, пресс.
Он российский только?
На русском языке. Да, честно, пока на русском языке, но он будет переведен на английский язык.
Well, now it's only Russian, but it's going to be translated.
Плюс к этому есть канал на YouTube.
Also, we have our channel in YouTube.
Прям вбей, покажи, название нет. You need to... Не, вбей в поиске. Не так. You need to write. Название нет. And you can see our channel. And video. Включи это видео, прикольно. Это не наше видео, это просто одна из заставок. Это виды с нашей башни.
So these are the views from our tower.
И здесь в том числе будет выложено ваше видео.
And here you will be able to see your video.
I really want to thank both of you for giving us the opportunity to.
Хочу поблагодарить вас обоих за эту возможность.
Giving us the opportunity to come visit the construction site and give us some additional technical background information on this fantastic project. And as a token of our appreciation, we'd like to offer you some kind of typical,
Знак нашей признательности.
some typical Dutch gifts.
Oh.
Whoa, yeah, man!
Awesome, right? This is it's a typical.
It's from your university?
Yeah, a typical Delft, blue Delft tile.
Это из их университета. Это плитка.
Круто.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
These are typical Dutch cookies.
It is funny, no?
Yeah, I think you're probably gonna like it. And the rest of what's in there, you will find out some other stuff.
Okay, thank you, man.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
From our company to all your university, this creative very creative helmet.
This creative helmet will go to you.
This is Federation Tower helmet.
With the Federation Tower image on it.
This is for you.
Awesome.